All right, guys, so the next step we're going to talk about, since we have our clean hair, have conditioned hair, it's soft, we put in our leave-in conditioner, we put in our oil, put in our finishing product. For the most part, I'll tell you, we may adjust a step there once we talk about the next, which are styles that we can do. So once that's done, and now we're going to do styling. Again, I'm coming back with some of our products that we used when we did our lock method. Some of those same products that we used there. Of course, normally at this stage and multiple stages, I'll have like just a regular towel to keep our hands nice and clean, because the product can build up and we don't want to get frustrated. So do whatever it takes to make sure this process is lovely for you and that we're loving our hair. We're being patient with our hair because we love our hair. Okay. And one thing that I've also come to put in my regimen to help me in this process, if I'm doing something quick, I'll normally just stay in the bathroom, put my products out, move each step as needed away and put the next one up. Sometimes I'm doing something that is a little bit labor intensive. Again, I don't do a whole lot to my hair that's labor intensive because I wasn't blessed with the skill of like cornrowing and all that. I can do plaits, I can do twists. One of my quarantine goals is to do better on flat twists, especially I like to do a nice little flat twist right here and keep the rest of the hair in 2-strand twist or something like that. That's my quarantine list, okay? So I invite you all to learn some new skills while we're up in the house, but that's on mine. So I don't do too much, but depending on how I perform the things that I do, my hair will have a different look or, different style. So I can kind of fake it a little bit, and that's okay. All right. So if I'm doing something labor intensive, what I've come to do is make me a little station. I'll go, after I've done everything in the bathroom, I'll come in the living room and I'll have me a nice big board and I lay all my products out. Just like if you're at the salon, again, make it the experience something more pleasurable. I'll have a good show waiting for me, and I'll save it until my hair day. Then I normally have a mirror. Here, double-sided mirror. So I have my tray set up with all my products. I'll put my combs. I may have like an old cup that I'll put these tools in, and then I'll kind of spread everything else out and have my towel set there. I have my water bottle ready. I have whatever product that I'm going to be using for the style, on my little tray ready to go, along with my clips and anything else. So that's one thing. Make sure you have a nice space. Whatever you will make make a more pleasant experience. Again, have your towel so you can clean your hands as you go through this. So one of the styles that I normally always probably use more than anything else. I've stopped kind of doing my puff. I used to do puff all the time. But now is a good time to kind of let your hair rest, because when you do a puff, normally if you're having to be presentable or go out, you're going to have to manipulate it. So put it up, slack the edges down for some of you all who love doing that. Put some type of tension to put it up cute. Fluff it, spritz it, probably put more product on it, because when it's in that style of just being out, it normally dries out a little bit more. So in times like this, and over the years, I've come to love just doing 2-strand twists on my hair, and for a couple of different reasons. It looks cute, if you just need, want to go out, in the evening, you can fluff it out, and I love big hair, so I love it for me for that. 2, it doesn't take a whole lot of technique. Again, I'm not a braider, or else I'll probably be doing French braids, having cornrows to go back and leave it at that, especially if you guys wear wigs. which is a good, a nice option for protective styles if you're having to be out and be face to face with individuals. I don't have to do that normally in the job that I do have. I'm able to be free with what I look like. So that's me. But again, cornrows is another good one. But in lieu of cornrows, I'll do 2-strand twists. Sometimes if I want big hair, I'll just do maybe 6. Part it just like we did when we conditioned our hair. We went through and styled and detangled. I'll part my hair in 6 parts. Take it depending on where my part it. I'll put part over here, or no part, and just kind of plait everything back, or 2-stranded back. And I'll take my pieces, and you all know how to 2-strand twist. Just take your hair and just wrap it around one another. Put it like this, and then do something with the ends. And I'll tell you some important tips on getting those ends right. Over the years, I noticed that that's a big part of making your hair more polished, is what you do to those ends. So I'll part my hair once I'm, in front of the TV, got my little place set out, I'm relaxed. I'll part my hair. And again, I normally already have product on it. If I do 2-strand twists, I may save that last C in the lock method for when I'm ready to style. So again, I may just save these styling products for when I'm sitting down and have time to go through piece by piece. But normally I'll always have my leave-in in and my oil in, no matter what, before, after I freshly get out of the shower, and then prepare and choose which product I'm going to use depending on what style. So, my 2-strand twists, again, fluffy, I'll normally use a cream. If I want something more sleek that may last and be a little bit more controlled, especially if you're in humid areas, like now it's raining. So, I'll share with you what I did to my hair, and it's starting to fluff up. So again, us naturals know, especially if you don't press your hair a lot, that any type of humidity is going to fluff up. So using a mousse or a gel will allow your hair to maybe not be as susceptible to the humidity. But again, I normally just go for something fluffy because I like it big and I don't care. I kind of like it messy sometimes. I'm not one that has to have every hair in place. So you sit down, do your 2-strand twist, again, part depending on how large you want it. Sometimes I go a little bit smaller, which is probably around 12 to 18 plaits around my head. But a lot of times if I want it just fluffy and, just neat, but it doesn't have to be, something super pretty. I'm not going photo shoot or anything like that. Then I'll just do maybe 4 to 6 big plaits all around. So I'll part my hair. I'll put my cream or mousse or gel on that part, take it, twist it up, and then we're going to introduce a new tool that I use, which is this. It's a little skinny brush similar to our Felicia Leatherwood brush, but it's something I've noticed that once I get down to my ends, I'll normally either twist all the way down, or sometimes I'll braid all the way down until I get to maybe 1/4 of my hair left. Sometimes I'll even go to maybe half, and I'll twist, stop. I'll take my brush, this one, or if I go halfway down, I'll use this one because I have more hair to work with. Smaller one, if I'm going and I only have 1/4 left or something a little bit less at the end of my hair, I'll use this one. And I'll take it, I'll comb the hair, make sure it gets untangled, make sure it's smooth, make sure all the curls kind of curl in the same direction on the end. And either I'll take it and just take my finger and just swirl the curl, boom. And then that one plait is done, I continue on with my hair. If you do that, I know with my hair, sometimes it doesn't get, not going to be as fluffy or defined. It's going to be, the ends are going to be a little, sharper is not a good word. I don't know what to call it. But just opposed to this. Sometimes I go to the end of my hair and I'll put a little roller with these perm rod rollers on it. Just on the ends. And this allows, again, it to be fluffy and uniform, more uniform. When I do just with my finger, it's not as uniform and it's not going to be as fluffy or curly on the end. So It's just gonna look different. I'll see if I have some pictures. I may not put it on these videos. Again, just come over to my Facebook page and I'll try to break these down within the next week or so with more detailed techniques. It's a lot of information. I don't want to bore you all. So I'll use these. Sometimes I'll use the bigger ones, depending on what type of look I'm going for. Then you have some natural girls who, if they want a curly all over, they'll use these type of spongy curly things and just take your hair, either twist it and then take and curl it, or just detangle it and just wrap it around and curl it. So depending on what your look is going for. But for me, I normally do a 2-strand twist with a little curl on the end. That works best for my hair. Normally whatever I'm doing. If I'm going out and want to look, you know, kind of super cute, I'll put the rollers on the end. If I'm just going to be hanging around the house and maybe just putting scarves on my hair, letting my hair rest, I will just plait it, do a finger swirl at the end, or maybe use those big rollers on the end, do my 4 to 6 pieces, and then scarf most of the time, hat, which that'll be our next section. So these are some of the styles, and again, you guys can explore YouTube, and I'll try to find some of my favorite videos that I found work for me, for those who do some little bit more technical styling on my page, so you can see. But again, 2-strand twist normally works for me. Oh, before we go, let me tell you what I did with my hair this week. So because it's our anniversary week, I've used this product. I don't know the name of it. I'm gonna have to find it. I bought this off of eBay. But basically, your hair is wet. You put all your product on. This time I've used a gel as my finishing product. Detangle smaller sections because it's gonna work best for this. But this little thing, what it does, like your hair's gonna go through this. It's like a crochet needle, but you'll take your hair and you'll, again, have it untangled. You'll kind of twist it a little bit so your hair can go through this loop. The crochet needle goes like this. So you'll twist your hair. You'll kind of grasp your hair. Smaller pieces are better. And you'll take it and you'll slide your hair down this. And it comes out like this. Some pieces of my hair are shorter than the others. So sometimes all of my hair will be encapsulated in this. And I'll just leave it be. Sometimes my hair is a little bit longer, so you'll have a little piece down here hanging, and that's where I'll use those perm rods. Again, I will detangle again the end and perm rod if anything is hanging out. And so that's what I did this week. And again, this is a few days old and it's humid right now, so it's kind of started to puff up already, but you'll see pictures of kind of what it looked like initially. And it's still hanging on there, and at night all I do is put a bonnet on and wake up and shake it, and I'm ready to go. I may, you know, maybe slick down the edges or something, but it's just me, so I don't do that normally. But this is what I use. I'll try to find the details of where I purchased this some time ago. They have different sizes. They also have some that are spiral curls. I don't have that one yet, but this is a good idea to kind of stretch your hair or do some fun things with it. I set in the dryer with these on for maybe an hour. I hate the dryer. I have a hooded dryer, and then I just slept in it. And so the next day I got up and took it out. It was nice and smooth. When I did, I went to an appointment, slept on it that night, didn't do anything to it, and then the next day I parted or took these little things apart a little bit more and kind of fluffed it out to make it bigger. So this is what I used. I'll put the details on my hair page so you guys can come over and see once I get the details of where it is. So the next step will be, we done styling, and again, you can endless ways we can style our hair, straighten it, blow it out, do some funky stuff to it. The next step will be how I kind of just day-to-day style, especially if I'm just doing 2-strand twists, and ways that you can use scarves and hats so that you don't have to manipulate your hair every day if you have that option. All right, guys, see you on the next video.